lights, camera, action. Welcome back. We've got a little unboxing. Well, I've unboxed it already, but we'll unbox it again, right? You won't mind, will ya? LB80 Chappy Mini. Can you guess what it is? Well, you've already seen the title. We got us another Trail Tech regulator. Excuse me, I got the sniffles this morning. I don't know what's up. I'll try to stop sniffling. Surprise, surprise, one size fits all. Directions yet again, the same directions as we saw earlier. And really, I'm going to say the same mini rotor. Could be wrong, but I doubt it. And the same stator. I'm pretty sure this is the same stator as the QT50. For those of you who have thoroughly enjoyed the Trail Tech or the HPI ignition series for the QT50, which we're not done with yet. You know, I've still got some final adjustments. I've just, you know, you get busy in life. All right, so this bracket is to mount the coil. I finally figured that out. Remember last time? I was like, what the heck is this for? Well, now I know. And then there's our coil. We're going to need that because the Chappy runs on point, so we're getting rid of all that. We've got our same CDI, and really, I think, I could be wrong, the only difference is we've got a different stator plate. Now, the question is, this box says LB50. I'll be putting it on an LB80. So we'll have to see. This should work. I don't have any doubt about that. It's just a matter of getting all the wiring to work. Because they put that two-position or three-position switch on the LB80. And after going over the wiring diagram several times with a friend of mine, I think we figured it all out. So at least how it works. And the main deal is there's that one yellow lighting wire coming off the stator, and and also the kill switch. So really those two wires. And then on the stock Chappy LB80 stator, they have 4 wires. I think one is either the ground or the kill switch. I think it's the kill switch. And then the other 3 all deal with that 3-position switch, which Eric M on Moped Army was graciously trying to explain to me some months ago when I was trying to put an LB50 stator on an LB80 Chappy, and I couldn't get it to work. But in looking, finally in fastidiously studying the wiring diagram, I figured that it should have worked. Either the points or the condenser or both were probably faulty on the LB50 stator that I had. So I'll just, I'd like to try that experiment again, but here we are. We've got the HPI ignition system for the Chappy, and I also got the 2-stage curve CDI, which could go on the Chappy, but I think it's going to go on the QT50, and this advances the timing longer in the RPM range before it starts retarding the timing if you run that second optional curve. So I didn't get the button. I guess that would have been kind of cool. And then, you know, the other thing is this is For the Chappy, it's $249 retail. If you were to sell your old stator and flywheel, which you know, if you didn't want to keep it, you could probably get more than half the cost of this system paid for. Too bad they don't offer a trade-in deal, right? But, you know, LB80 stator on eBay, I think there's really only one choice right now. It's from maybe Thailand or Indonesia, I forget. They want $84 plus $20 shipping. So that's $104. That's just for the stator. If you were to sell the stator, flywheel, and the woodruff key all together, I would think you could easily get $125. So that would put a big dent in the price of this, especially if you got this on sale. So that's something to think about. And then the huge advantage of the HPI system over stock is you get to control the timing. And on the Chappy, especially the LB80 Chappy, you know, a lot of people complain about its initial acceleration. So I'm thinking if you've got control of the timing, you could advance the timing and get that thing to lurch out of the gate. Maybe even do some wheelies on it, I don't know. I'm not so concerned about top speed on the Chappy, but you know, we can mess around with that as well. So this ought to be interesting. Any other comments? Any questions? Any comments? Any points of concern? And really the install is going to be the same. And I guess the only thing is a 12-volt headlight. I think I've got all the other lights covered, and I'm just wondering about what to do. Should I just put in a JB weld in a 12-volt car headlight? Well, I'll worry about that later. Maybe I'll just, yeah, I want to make sure that headlight is working because of that 3-position switch. So anyways, I'll just wrap it up for now, and we'll probably get on with the install later today. Stay tuned.